Ladies and gentlemen, our first fighter here, fighting out of the blue corner and wearing black. He's a top-level Muay Thai fighter, amateur boxing Olympian, and legendary professional boxer. He's the former IBF world champion and the conqueror of multiple world champions, such as Zhao Chuming, Kazuto Ioka, the former The Ring champion, the conqueror of then pound-for-pound King, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Power to really hurt Srisaket, I don't think. Fast combination there. He does have fast hands.
Scheduled for 10 rounds. Both boxers weighed in yesterday, 120 pounds. Srisaket, the global boxing superstar. Amnat, the former world champion.
We were mentioning the rags to riches story for Srisaket. It's a very different story for Amnat. He learned his boxing in prison. He was in prison for 15 years. After 1 year, put on the boxing program, won the title, moved out. Won his amateur, very strong amateur pedigree as well, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, very two-time Olympian. 2008, he got to the quarterfinals. 2016, got
a time counter.
Yeah, he's got his defensive timing down to a T right now in the second round. And we talked about that earlier. He's got hand speed, even at 40 years of age. He hasn't lost the hand speed.
Seems to be knowing exactly the range at the moment. Tactics are working very well for him.
And his team talked about earlier, they believe they're the key to success. They didn't think they were going to knock Srisaket out in this fight, but over 10 rounds to win the early rounds, grind out the rounds, and see how Srisaket deals with that later on in the fight.
He had very good success. Again, with Nawaporn in those first early rounds. It's when it gets to round 3 and 4, Srisaket trying to move up, step through the gears. That's when we'll see what Amnat's got. Well timed again, Amnat.
Yeah, Amnat's not a KO artist. I think he runs at about 25% KO ratio throughout his career. So he's a points fighter. He's a distance fighter. He maintained that over 10 rounds, potentially if it goes the distance. Big overhand left by Srisaket. Another one.
Southpaw. Stance getting those shots through now.
Yeah, you can see the concentration in his eyes. He's stepping it up a little bit. Oh, clash of heads.
Winced a little bit, but
for a year, April 2019 was the last time he was in the ring. And that was that unanimous decision loss against Juan Estrada.
Amnat catching some beautiful shots there, pushing him back as well.
Craftsman-like as well. Excellent work by Amnat so far.
Timing him again, beautiful work. Everything's going quite well for him at the moment.
Yeah, the elder statesman, so to speak, he's utilizing the ring to absolute perfection for what he wants to do.
Just get stalking him down, trying to get him against the ropes. He needs to unload more when he's got him in those positions. He needs to trap him against ropes, but slippery customer Amnat. Tight guard.
Even when he throws that right hand there, Srisaket, there doesn't seem to be any venom behind the punch, no fire. The world champion in that fight. Pounds. Obviously, Amnat, the weight in this at 120. He looks like a super featherweight today. So let's see if he got the power to stop. Beautiful uppercuts from Amnat.
He's got those through a few times. Ooh, strong shot there by Srisaket. Rocked Amnat's head back. So when those shots finally connect, that's when we'll see whether Amnat will unravel.
Amnat's breathing heavily now as well, you can see it.
Strong shot again. 2, 3 in a row.
It's relentless pressure now. This is the Srisaket boxing fans like.
See, Srisaket can take this and keep coming forward, keep coming forward. Can Amnat?
Here's the question. Did Srisaket frustrate himself that he wasn't able to get going in the opening part of the fight? Or did Amnat frustrate him?
I think a mixture of both. I'll give credit to Amnat. He's always been a very clever, crafty boxer. He's always going to have very strong opening 1 to 4 rounds because of his style. It was always going to take a bit of time for Srisaket. I thought it would be done earlier than this, and that's done extremely well. Srisaket started to get into his game in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, the popular notion amongst boxing media and boxing fans throughout the week is that there was a big potential for an early stoppage here in favor of Srisaket. Amnat has proved plenty of people wrong.
Some body shots going in as well. He's trying to stand his ground though, Amnat, showing that he can slug with the best of them. Good body shots. One in return by Amnat.
Amnat just leaning on him now, leaning on him, trying to tie him up. One good thing about these no fans in stadiums, the one and only good thing, you can hear and feel the power, the velocity, the snap in their punches. Can you imagine what that's going to be like when Dillian White and Povetkin meet at fight camp?
More tired, but he's still standing up.
Also got to say, I'm really looking forward to Anthony Fowler, super welterweight, being back in action. He's fighting in the Matchroom Fight Camp show Friday the 7th. We've got a nice Fowler's one, just a good boxer. I like his style, I like the way he handles himself.
Round 9 underway here. Nice left hand going through by Srisaket. He's come back very well in the last 3 rounds. But it's very hard to say how those judges scored those first 5 rounds. Again, nice left hand. The pressure's getting to him now. He's moving forward. The gears definitely the gas has been pressed.
Well, he's looking for the stoppage now.
That's what he needs to do. Body shots in close. Tape on the gloves needs to be dealt with.
Amnat has only 3 losses on his record, and only 2 by stoppage. Of course, that was the against Narapon, Srisaket stablemate, and of course the other one was against Casemiro back in 2016 when he lost his IBF fly world championship strap.
Nice another shot there.
Caught him with a lovely overhand right as well. Just walked into that Amnat. These are tough, man. These are tough competitors. These boys have been fighting all their lives for every scrap they've ever had, literally and proverbially, and it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, Amnat's stock has risen in this fight. If you didn't know him so well, put on a great performance here. Halfway through the 9th round.
It's all about hunger and desire in this game.
Stalking him down, getting through some big shots now. A bit uneasy on his legs, that just a bit of fatigue setting in. Can we see that? Getting through the guard.
It's the volume of punches now, and it's the fatigue setting in and that.
Even though those punches are hitting the arms and the gloves, it takes that little bit out of you, bit by bit. Slipping into shots.
Have time to swing, keep him tight, close to the body, wrap his body around him.
He looks tired here in the final minute of this round.
And snap right hand there from Amnat.
Good combination for Srisaket. Walking downstairs, trying to get that body. And that coming through with that. He's had a lot of his success with that kind of low right hand uppercut all evening.
A good 10 rounds for both boxers in this fight. A good showing from both boxers. Srisaket very frustrated in the opening half of the fight. I think he was frustrated by himself, his own performance, and he was
Boxing. Let's see how the judges scored this fight.